Hey everybody, and welcome back to South Pass Wellness. I'm Althea. Thanks so much for taking the time and joining me today. There has been a lot happen since the last time that I posted a video. So I hope that you can overlook the length of time that has been in between. So let me give you a recap of what has happened. Number one, my stepson, did get his last scan and he is cancer-free. I'm so thankful for that. My oldest son is getting ready to be deployed for his first deployment, so I'm very proud of him. My youngest son has had a baby. I'm a grandma during this time, so I'm very, very excited about that. My daughter is doing well, my stepdaughter. She is doing well, which I'm very pleased about. And now to kind of give an update on me. Oh, I guess I better mention my husband. Well, that sounded really casual. I'm okay with that. He'll understand. So we went and got his scan, and we have one more follow-up, and we'll see if his kidney thing got all taken care of, which I'm pretty sure. However, there has been something of a slight change where fried foods, I think they're on the way out around here. Okay, so now about me. Well, earlier this year, I had actually rented a location for my business, and the year started off great. There were things that were happening, things that were going well, and of course, I shared some of them on this YouTube channel. Well, since then, the situation has happened where it's like, okay, that really was not working out for me. It just wasn't. Financially, customer-wise, was really not doing what I was hoping that it would continue to do. And I'm okay with that. So we're in the process of getting my office back to the house. And it has been a little funny because since I started the process of moving everything back to the house, appointments have started filling back up for emotion code sessions, which is like, I'm very thankful for, but I guess maybe I shouldn't have went outside of the home, I guess is all it means. So with that, you're going to have to forgive the appearance because, like, I just got out of the shower, but it pertains to what's going to be happening now. I had a conversation with a friend of mine yesterday. I had two conversations, one with a friend and one with a very, very close, personal, dear friend of mine. And so in the first conversation that I had, there was talk about like growth of YouTube and what I want my business to do and different things like that. And this friend had mentioned that they also wanted to and was considering starting a YouTube channel. And one of the things that I told this person is that please do your homework, right? Because she has a very specific niche that she's going to be able to, I think, do worlds of good. And I think it would be very, very helpful. But of course, you know, when you put yourself out here, there is this whole big fear of like judgment and, you know, even though it's just you in front of a camera, it's like it creates stage fright. And so, you know, like there's a lot of things that go into this. Well, one of the things that we had talked about was the very first 40-day challenge on my old network, which was Direct Emotion. I had started a YouTube channel with that, I had videos out there, and then I lost the password for it, and, you know, things have happened over the years, and blah, 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 whatever it is. Anyway, I still haven't found the password to that channel, and because I don't do any editing, please forgive the kitty cats, so there's some of that happening. This one over here is Mikasa Sukasa. Also, we call her Casa, and we also call her Casserole. So there you go, formal introduction. But what we were starting to talk about was the 40-day challenge, the original one. And what it was designed for was to help increase my business for emotion coding. Of course, emotional wellness is something that I am very passionate about. It is something that literally pertains to everything in your life. And it is challenging when you are wanting to work through issues and don't quite know where to start. So that was hence the 40-day challenge. My niece Oh, excuse me. My niece was helping me with that, and of course we did a couple of 40-day challenges, and I tried to do some after that, and it just has felt like the challenges haven't worked lately. Like the ambition has been gone, or there's a constant interruption, or I mean, sometimes I just have a bad attitude about it. And so when we were talking about it, then she was like, well, just, you got to remember, if you're going to do it, you need to do it every day. You need to be consistent. And I'm like, yes, I know. But during this process, like, and to be honest, like, I constantly in my mind think about challenges that could be done, that I could start, that I could do, that I could, keep on top of and everything like that. My husband is not opposed to me coming down and recording videos every morning. He's not opposed to that. And it's getting that time of year where we're not really traveling. And so I'm just like, okay, so what do I do? And of course, I was quick to remind my friend, like, please remember the same thing when you start yours. Because, like, consistency, when you are doing it, it can be really challenging. But the plain fact is that we did that 40-day challenge every morning for 40 days. And we did it not only once, we did it 4 times complete. And that tells me right there that I can be consistent. I can do it when I set my mind to it and when I want to achieve something. So how do we start? Well, okay, it is a week. Tomorrow it'll be a week until Thanksgiving. So this is one of the busiest times of the year for a lot of people, because you have Thanksgiving, you have Christmas, you have Christmas work parties, you have Christmas family parties, you have Thanksgiving people over, you have Thanksgiving that lasts like a week and a half, because honestly, that's how long the turkey lasts. And, so what do you do? How do you keep going? How do you prepare? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but are you ready for these events? I am not. But after the conversation with my friends yesterday, then I sat down and, well, look at that. We've come up with something. So here's what we're going to do. Today is day 1. Where do you start? Getting honest doesn't mean cruel, and working around events. The 4 areas that I'm going to start working in are the physical, emotional, spiritual, and temporal. I figured those 4 areas kind of cover everything. I don't need to break them down any further, because physical, we know that means not only the physical body, that means the house. Emotional, well, that's every aspect of it. I mean, it just is. Spiritual, I will tell you that I have slacked off so much in the spiritual realm that it is, well, there's just no excuse for it. I mean, spirituality is one of the few things in this world that literally you can do for free. It doesn't cost anything other than your time. And quite frankly, I think we owe it to our Creator. So there's a little bit of that. And then in temporal, of course, we know that encompasses food storage, financial planning, yard, whatever it is. So those 4 areas, physical, emotional, spiritual, and temporal. We're starting this challenge, and I decided I would call this one Getting Ready for the New Year. Because here we are at the end of the year. I don't know about you, but my year has just went gone all over the place. And that is time, effort, money, and courage that you'll never get back. So I'm starting, and I hope you join me on this, but we're starting for this new challenge, and we're going to go until Christmas Eve. Yes, that does include Thanksgiving Day, but in the morning I can sneak down here and do my little video. It's not going to be a problem, because I'm working this challenge. So where do you start? Well, I picked 4 areas, physical, emotional, spiritual, and temporal, as to where I'm going to start this time. I want to be able to do 1 task in each area, And I would like to be able to have that task be 20 minutes in length. Now, I am opening it up so that if I want to repeat said things, then I can throughout the day. Now, getting honest doesn't mean to be cruel. The plain fact of the matter is like, you need to know where you start. And being honest with yourself is where it really is. So, current weight, 205. Ugh. Wow. How do things get out of control? Very slowly. Very slowly. That's how they get out of control. What can we do about it? Well, we're starting here and we're starting now. Not being cruel with it is giving myself the grace to know that I am, 1, capable of doing this. Number 2, committing to doing this. And number 3, like, putting it out there so that, I don't know, maybe I need accountability. Now, working around the events, this third part of today's little topic. Now, the plain fact of the matter is we have events. My husband's birthday is tomorrow. We have Thanksgiving next week. Then our next event is my son's birthday in December, which is only a couple of days right before Christmas. And then we have Christmas, and then we have the New Year. Like, these are busy times. We have work parties, Christmas parties that we're going to be going to. We have just the normal things that take up everybody's time. And also, not to mention, like, I don't know about you guys, but it is never easy even grocery shopping this time of year, because everybody is in the stores and you're like, I just need a loaf of bread. That's it. And so, now, one of the things that I did, let me show you. Wow. Obviously, one of the things I'll be working on during this time is cleaning up my new office area. One thing that I did, I'll show you here, was I was able to go through and I got my planner. I was able to find one at Walmart for the last couple of months of 25 and then into 2026, which I was very thankful for. And I wrote down groceries, a meal plan. That's where I had started. I had wrote all these things out. And last night for dinner, we had sausage and potatoes. And, it was decided last night that we need to make a severe change to our meal plan, because the fried food even with the small amount of oil that you cook with, like that fried food in the oil was enough to affect my husband. And of course, he had his gallbladder removed. So there is that too. And also, not having fried food obviously is not going to hurt me, right? So there's nothing wrong with making a change to the meal plans. So being able to go through this, first of all, I'm very proud of myself that I was able to create a half a month of meals and know exactly what I was going shopping for, that was amazing. Number 2, being able to make sure I had everything so that I only had to go to the store once. That was even better, because I've been wanting to meal plan for a very long time, and it's like I meal plan, just can't seem to get it together. And so being able to write all this down, I was able to do it. So now that we know that fried food is going to be coming off of the menu, I can go back through and easily replace the meals with other things. How did I start doing that? Well, I wrote down a list of every meal dinner that we liked, that we enjoyed. And then it was just a matter of breaking it up so we weren't eating the same thing repeatedly. Because, when we get into the comfort zone, we get lax, we get, the word is complacent. We get complacent. And so being able to make those adjustments now will help me to not be complacent anymore. I have realized through the conversations yesterday that I had gotten really complacent and was at a spot where things just were not working how I needed them to. So being able to start today, where do you start? You just decide to start where you're at. What are the things that you need to be able to accomplish today? The other change that I have made is I got rid of the to-do list. I just now have a do list. Those are the things that I need to do. And I know that the advantages that I have right now is that I don't have little kids to work around their schedule. That is the biggest advantage that I have right now. And honestly, there should be no reason why I can't do the other stuff. So what physical area am I going to start in today? Well, my son, who is in the Navy, suggested this thing called the deck of pain. I gotta say it like that, the deck of pain. I think I've mentioned it before on this channel, and this morning, my husband and I did 10 minutes worth of the deck of pain, and it was good. And I'm gonna continue to do that. So I will hit the treadmill later on today. I have a few sessions I'll be doing, and so I'll hit the treadmill today for 10 minutes. 10 minutes, that's all I'm doing. And then my major physical house goal is to clean out the fridge. I mean, clean it out. Like, wipe it out, get rid of all the stuff that's been lingering around, because we got Thanksgiving coming up, which means I need the room. So that is one of the things that we're going to be doing. Now, I brought down my iPad because as far as the spiritual, okay, let me get this opened up here. There is this app right there. It's called Library. And it is a free app to download. Let me show you the home screen here. Now, because a lot of people are not familiar with this, it's just easier to do it this way. So this is the main screen. It's got talks, it's got the scriptures, it's got songs, it's got programs, it has history, it's got question and topics, it's got videos, it's got the family history, it's got archived information, it has books and lessons, it's got the magazines that the church has produced over the years, which is great. It's also got the church handbook on there, which is awesome. And also, the last couple of years, I think during the COVID season, they actually started what was called Come Follow Me program, because they're really about a Christ-centered home and church supported. And so being able to get back into studying some of this, like, that is going to help. There's also another thing that I'm going to do for the spiritual thing, which is indexing. I love the family history. That, man, you can just lose hours in that process. And I decided, like our ward, they have a goal occasionally that is like, oh, we want to reach this number of indexing and everything like that. Well, one time I went in there because this other app that I have is called Tools. It allows you to see all this kind of stuff. And I went in there, we had that goal, and then the time passed. Anyway, went back in there, and there was nobody indexing in our ward. And I was like, oh, all right, well, I'll do that. And so what had happened is, okay, and this is going to be bad on me, okay? But here is my confession. I started indexing every day. And, it started off really well, I'll help us meet our goal this year. It's November. It's almost the end of the year. The goal was 2,000. That is this many a day. I can do it. And so I started indexing. And I did, I think, a total of 250 or something like that. And then one day I got on and seen somebody else was indexing. And I was like, oh, how unfair of me to be like, oh, somebody else is doing it. But it kind of took my fire out because like it had become like this personal challenge. And there are times when I get really competitive over ridiculous things. And so I ended up stopping indexing, and I shouldn't have, because look at the momentum. Like somebody else had seen like, oh, hey, somebody's one, whatever it did for them, they jumped in and started indexing, and I shouldn't have stopped. I should have kept going because look at the momentum I was building. So there was a few issues there that I need to work through. And so now thinking of that, I will write them down on my list for my emotion code session for myself today. I decided that I am going to get better at my own emotion code sessions because like I do them, but then, things happen and then I'm like, oh, I had set this time aside for myself. Well, I'm going to recommit. Because I need that emotion code session. I need it. It helps keep me focused. It helps keep me on task, and it helps me keep moving forward. And then also, like when the spiritual stuff starts happening where I feel like, whatever, then I can emotion code those things. As far as the temporal things go, what we're going to be starting to do with the temporal, of course, is the meal plan. That, it's one of the easiest fixes in our lives. It's something that we have total control over. Everything that goes in our mouth, like we have total control over that. And so being able to have meal plans that are going to, one, work for my family. Number two, help me build up food storage of things that we actually eat, because I don't have a wheat grinder. I don't know how to make bread, honestly. I probably could make bread, but I just don't. I prefer biscuits. So 55,100 pounds of wheat is not going to do me any good. It's just not. And so being able to make my pantry work for food that we're going to eat, that's where I want to be able to focus. And of course, being able to take care of that kind of stuff. So that's where we're starting today, is with this. I hope that you'll join me on this adventure. I hope that you will come up with your own things, because of course these 4 things that I mentioned that I'm doing, it really is about making it work for you. I don't know what your schedule is, and I don't know if you have little ones to work around. And if you do, like, you're just going to have to work a different aspect of it. So I'm going to post this video now. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow for an update, and we'll have some new topics to discuss and talk about, and we're going to go from there. If you feel like somebody could use this video, then please share it. And of course, I'm going to encourage you to like and subscribe. I'm looking forward to this. I feel energetic about it. I feel good about it. I feel like it's time. And that's where we're at. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.